Mobster. Dictionary meaning, a member of an organized group of violent criminals. And in real life, the word is reserved for extortionists, kingpins, and people whose reputation travels faster than they do. So when a company chooses to name its scooter Mobster, eyebrows are bound to be raised. Because this isn't just a name, it's an expectation, a threat, a statement of intent. Mobsters aren't known for blending in. They don't whisper, they arrive with presence. And then there's the other detail. It's Italian. Which means drama is guaranteed, style is compulsory, and emotional excess is part of the design brief. I'm talking about the VLF Mobster 135. Despite its high credentials, it isn't priced out of the reach of many scooter buyers, and it also boasts a pretty respectable mileage. Could this make it the replacement of your regular, everyday practical commuter? Could this be an offer? Can't refuse. It's time to find out.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need
If you go by raw specs alone, the VLF Mobster 135 should behave like a gentleman, not a mobster. A 125cc single-cylinder liquid-cooled engine which allows it to produce 12.1 horsepower and 11.7 Newton meters of torque, and it's got a top speed of around 100 kmph. But as much as it sounds innocent, it just isn't that. This might be one of the most aggressive feeling 125cc bikes you can ride in India today. At the moment you twist the throttle, the Mobster lunges forward with conviction, but it's the mid-rev range where it feels most powerful. This ensures that you're not met with sudden jerks when starting your commute. And it also ensures that overtaking is absolutely effortless. The kind of effortless that makes you forget you're riding only a 125cc bike. The VLF Mobster 135 uses an infinitely variable transmission which suits it perfectly. The power keeps flowing in a continuous manner. And the sound. As you zoom past traffic, the exhaust note announces your arrival before you actually appear in anyone's rearview mirror. It's quick enough to embarrass slower cars in the city and alive enough to keep you smiling every time the road clears. In many ways, the Mobster 135 is a street fighter scooter that gets many things right. Coming to the mileage, VLF claims that the Mobster 135 offers a 46 kmpl range on a full tank. And while that sounds optimistic, in the real world, I got around 36 kmpl, and honestly, for a bike that feels this fast and this aggressive, that's still a very good number. After all, you got to remember that you're paying for performance and not punishment at the petrol pump. The VLF Mobster 135 doesn't try to be subtle. Its stance is wide, its proportions muscular, and it's got an undeniable aggression. It certainly looks like something that belongs in an underground Italian garage. It has nailed the layered design, the nuts and bolts aesthetic, the silver accents, dual headlamps, and large 12-inch wheels. But its rather cramped footboard space is something that hurts its practicality a bit. Everywhere we went, people stared at this thing, with the common fleeting question being, is it electric? Alluding to the strong belief that something so unique looking can never have an engine inside it. And that's where VLF has scored a bid. Coming to the instrument cluster, it's clear, modern, and easy to read. Its multiple brightness modes are genuinely useful and the layout is intuitive, but the fuel gauge, it has its moments of confusion. Sometimes accurate, sometimes optimistic. It won't ruin your life, but it will make you glance down more than you should. Now let's talk ergonomics. If you're tall like me, you'll notice one thing right away. The footboard sits high, which means your knees climb dangerously close to the handlebars. For solo riding, it's workable, you adapt. But with a pillion, space becomes a negotiation and comfort becomes optimistic. This is a solo rider scooter first and a dual rider's compromise second. The Mobster 135 has telescopic front forks and dual gas-charged rear shocks. And overall shock absorption is good at slower everyday speeds, but don't expect the same when you're cruising above 60. Speed breakers and broken tarmac will make their presence felt at these speeds. Also at slower speeds, the front wheels feel slightly loose, almost floaty. Now this could be a tire issue or a specific test bike problem, but until tested across multiple bikes, it remains a red flag that's worth mentioning. The Mobster 135 has disc brakes on the front and rear, apart from switchable dual-channel ABS. And this setup gives you ample confidence, stability, and control over proceedings. When you brake hard, the Mobster responds like a professional. And for a bike this quick, that's non-negotiable. At the start of this video, I set out to understand whether the VLF Mobster 135 can replace your everyday commuter. The answer can be a yes, but with a few caveats. It's not for silent commuters, and it's not for people who want to disappear into traffic. And it's certainly not for someone who desires comfort and pillion riding. I mean, its short seat ensures that that's almost undesirable. But if you're someone who rides alone and wants speed, acceleration, and sound, and the attention that comes with it, nothing really can stop you from making it a daily driver. It's got good enough mileage, great rideability, and it comes at a rather respectable price. Some bikes want your money. This one wants your respect. And just like its name suggests, it doesn't ask twice.